What were the emotions going through your mind when you had that phone call and they were saying, you know, you want to step up for this fight?
My emotions were, it was clearly destined to happen. I've been telling people this since the beginning, since I got here, that when I got into PFL, I was going to be a millionaire by 25. I've been saying this since 2018. Swear to God, got videos of it. So this was not a surprise, you know, that the opportunity came back.
Come full circle.
Yeah, always, yeah.
Minimal damage going into the £1 million final now.
I think so.
How does that affect you in preparations going ahead? How do you think?
Taking minimal damage?
Well, did you anticipate being this fresh now going into the final?
I was hoping I'd be this fresh going into the finals. I mean, that's like a plus for me because that means less time to fully recover because I didn't really get hurt. But I was expecting to fight 3 rounds if I had to.
Was there any added pressure, not just the fact that you're fighting in the semi-final, but also the level of the opponent, as in Rory? Was there any added pressure with that?
I mean, there was added pressure, and then I came to the conclusion that a man is just a man, you know? Everybody's human, everybody has 2 arms, 2 legs, and everybody in that cage bleeds. So once I got over that and I came to that conclusion, there was no pressure. It was just weightless.
Did you expect more? I guess more from Rory. Did you think it would be like a lot more grappling, like taking you to deep waters and things like that?
I mean, I expected the grappling. That's why when he went for that takedown on me, I just reversed it and took him back down instead. I was expecting him to grapple me, like be heavy grappling oriented. But I told everybody in PFL from the beginning, like, I'm a grappler. I don't care if you can grapple. I'm not afraid of grappling. I'll engage in it just to feed my ego.
Being 1 fight away now, what would mean more to you? 7 late notice and winning $1 million, or 7 late notice and being crowned PFL champion?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
What would mean more to you, winning $1 million, or being crowned PFL champion?
I mean, we do this for the money, but being the champ is clearly the objective, you know? I think what means more to me is all of the adversity I went through to get to this point, you know? Like, I was an alternate 3 times in this tournament. You know, like, there's no way that I was an alternate 3 times and still made my way to the finals, you know? I'm 25 years old. I'm the youngest person in the welterweight division right now. I'm at the top right now. That's like what a lot of people dream about, you know? And I've been thinking about this, and I've been manifesting this, and I've been seeing it happen. And now that it's right there, I definitely see it even more so.
How do you think your skill set match up against your opponent in the final?
I think he's a good fighter. I think Sy's solid. I think he has really interesting striking, very long man style, very similar to my style. It'll be interesting for sure. I can't wait for that one, yeah.
Looking past the finals, what would a PFL Championship do for you in terms of the bargaining chip? Would it be a means to get to other organisations like the UFC, or is it something that you look to maintain and defend?
I mean, PFL has made a home for me right now, and I'm very grateful, like super grateful to even have had the opportunity to come in here 3 times in alternate to fight for the second biggest platform organization in the world right now. So the UFC is there. I'm in no rush to go to the UFC, and I mean, I'm 10-2 now. I'm just building, you know. I'm rebuilding, you know. So I would like to see how much more I can get out of this and how much more I can develop myself before I go to a different platform, if anything, you know.
Congratulations on the win, fantastic performance.
Appreciate it.
Did you see a weakness in Rory's game coming into this fight, or is this more of an attribute to your abilities than Rory's weaknesses, so to speak?
For me, it wasn't even a weakness into Rory. It was because I think Rory's one of the GOATs of the sport, you know. He's been fighting since he was 16 years old. He's a tough guy, but I feel like when you've been fighting for so long and taking so much damage for so long, it does affect you, you know. Like, I feel like after a while, you have to figure out, like, when's the end game? You know, when do you retire? When do you let it all hang out, you know? And I think to myself, I thought to myself, like, it was like the passing of the torch. For instance, I remember in 2015 when Rory fought Robbie, He was 25 years old. That was his first time being on a big platform fighting for a title. And it was a great fight. And he was 25. He had double the record in me. He was 18-2. I was 9-2 when I just fought him. I have half the experience, but I think that technically speaking, I'm a lot better. You know, I'm a lot better than his era, and this is a new era. So it wasn't more so about his game. It was more so about just me overall being developed differently than he was, for sure.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Last question from me. How tough do you have to be to wear Crocs without anyone making fun of you?
Very tough. You know, it takes a manly man to put these Crocs on and be proud of himself wearing Crocs, you know. I mean, I ain't pay for these. But I'm not gonna cap. When they're on my feet, they feel kind of nice. Yeah.
Dilano, just how the tables turn, if you like, you go from the start of the week not having a scheduled bout to now being one fight away from $1 million. Can you kind of just walk me through the process of what this week was like for you and kind of how you're feeling?
This week was so after my last fight, where I fought Maga on a day's notice, like 12 hours notice. It made me put a realization in my head that, okay, clearly if PFL's calling me, I'm gonna fight, you know, like, so there's no need for me to have like worries if I'm gonna fight or not, you know. I just need to be ready to fight anybody on any given notice. So that's what it felt like for me, like just being prepared for anything. Like I came out here with just the tools that I had. I made sure I packed up all my tools with me. I didn't leave any tools like last time. Last time I left some tools back at the crib. This time I brought them all with me. So that's how that crumbled, you know.
3 minutes 57, the bout was waved off, so you fought for less than 4 minutes in this effectual season, whereas your opponents had 9 rounds in there. So how much of a disadvantage do you think Sy's at, given that he's got so many miles on the clock this season?
I would say disadvantages would probably be the amount of injuries he's probably, you know, ensued during this whole PFL season, because this was my fourth fight this year in PFL. The first one was for the Challenger Series, and this will be my 5th fight, but I took no damage in this fight, and then the 2 fights prior I didn't really take much damage, as opposed to Sy, he took a lot more damage. I feel like maybe when he fought Rory he didn't take as much damage, but Carlos just now, he took a lot of damage, I'm sure.
Was it surreal in any way taking out a legend like that?
No, I'm not surprised.
We're missing a word off the end, mate.
Huh?
We're missing a word off the end of that famous quote.
Oh, yeah. You know, I don't want to say it right now. Yeah.
Everyone?
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.